I've been quite busy the last few days turning down eBay return requests. And this first one is really bizarre. So just stay with me, it's really bizarre. Because I listed an Action Man, I think it was like a toy prop. It was like a machete that belonged with the Jungle Explorer, and it was one of the original G.I. Joe 1960 props. I described it as being like it's under the toy category, it's under Palatoy, and it's down as a toy prop. What happened to me over the last few days since listing that was I had loads of messages of people asking me, is that a real machete? And I'm like, no, it's a toy prop. I made it clear that it's a toy prop, but still kept getting the messages asking me if it was a genuine machete. I don't even think you're allowed to sell that sort of thing on eBay, and I don't know why somebody would want to buy that. But this guy kept messaging me in particular, and he didn't speak very good English, so it was a bit confusing. He kept messaging me about this machete, and I said to him it's a toy prop. I told him several times, and he decides to buy it off me. And then he opens up a return case saying it's not real. Well, he's described it as not fitting. He's like, well, why is it not a real machete? I told him time and time again it's not real. But in the end, I declined that. This is probably the most important part of this video. The eBay buyer remorse rule means that buyers trying to return something that have returned it for the reasons of it not fitting, them not liking it, or maybe they've seen it cheaper elsewhere, the seller is not obliged to accept that return and can turn that request down without any consequences. I think you're going to have to be extra clear on your descriptions. And to be honest, I think I'm going to have to put a tape measure next to everything when I'm listing now, because why on earth somebody would want to buy a real machete on eBay? But that was a return request, and obviously I declined it. The second one I had was, it was a McDonald's fleece. The lady had brought it on back in July. She'd had it 28 days and then decided to return it as not fitting. And I declined that because my philosophy is, if you buy a jacket or something, if you have it for 28 days, you could have worn it or anything. More than likely that's what's happened. They've worn it, got bored of it, decided they want to return, and no. I've declined that as a return request. And I think eBay really should set a standard where if somebody buys clothing, within 14 days, they haven't got the option to open a request. Because you should have the adequate amount of time to try it on and to find out whether it fits or not. That's my philosophy. Anyway, just a quick video about returns requests. Let me know what your experiences are. Let me know if you've had any bizarre requests over the last few days. And I'll be back at the weekend with another car boot. Have a great week.